What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. You tuned in with your boy V Technician, and stay tuned because we got a banger for you guys. So I just got home from work. As you can see behind me, I got another box in the mail, so you know what time it is, guys. We're gonna be installing another car part on my 2000 Honda Prelude. If you guys haven't seen my last install video of me installing my 85A poly bushing engine and transmission mounts, go check it out. I'm gonna leave a link in the bio. I'm gonna be installing a whole bunch of parts on this bad boy in the near future, but tonight I'm gonna be installing some camber arms, so let's get to it. My rear upper control arms have been clapped for a while. I noticed the boot was torn on the control arms, and now they're making some sounds that I can't ignore. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and change those out tonight. I went ahead and put up my tent because it is supposed to rain tonight, so I'm gonna get this done by any means because I gotta get these control arms out. So this is the box. Yikes. Godspeed. I'm gonna go ahead and unbox these for you right now, live, so we can see what we're working with. Okay. All right. This is dope. That's a nice looking box right there. Godspeed project. I like that. And there you have it. Wow. That's a nice looking color. Sheesh. That is a nice finish. If I can paint my car like that, that would be insane. My goodness, this is a beautiful control arm. I'm used to seeing control arms like black, matte black, or just a regular black, but this is a nice finish. So this is the right side, hence the R on the control arm. Separated by cardboard. Here's the left side. Okay, so this is the left, hence the left, the L. So they make it pretty easy for you guys to tell the difference because you can't put the left on the right side and the right on the left side. Even if you wanted to, I don't think you can do that. I love the finish of these control arms. Unfortunately, they're gonna get dirty once they get inside of my wheel well because right now it's the winter time. All it takes for it is to snow one more time, and then these are gonna get covered by salt and all that stuff. So this is the most important part right here. This is what separates a regular control arm from an adjustable camber arm. This right here. This is the ball joint that connects to the spindle. And this is very nice rubber. I like what I'm seeing so far. I didn't get my alignment for this exact reason because I want to take my car to the alignment shop so that they can tell me how much degrees of camber I have in the back. When I put these in, I'm gonna have no idea how much camber I'm gonna have, but once I install these, I'm gonna take it to an alignment shop this weekend, and then I'll have them tell me, you know, what kind of camber I want in the back, because the stock control arms are not adjustable. Now that these are adjustable, I can tell the alignment guy, like, look, I want -1 degree camber. Make sure you loosen those bolts in the back, and then he'll adjust it accordingly. I got the car in the air. Let me show you guys what the, yep. You see what that looks like? Completely ashy, completely covered in salt. You don't want the underneath of your car covered in salt because this can potentially start to rust if you don't clean off the salt in time. So I'm going to be doing an undercarriage wash when I get the chance, because I don't like how this looks. And secondly, I wanted to show you guys what the wheel looks like before I add camber. So it's pretty straight. I've thrown my car on the alignment rack before, and the passenger side rear, the camber is all messed up because the upper control arm is cooked. Let me show you guys the passenger side. So the passenger side, you can see the boot on the upper control arm is cooked. This is the reason why I wanted to change my upper control arms, because the boot was torn. As you can see, all the grease came out of the boot already. There's no more grease on the inside. And while I'm driving, I'm hearing this thing like rattle like crazy. You see right there, there's no more grease on the inside. So there's pretty much metal on metal contact inside of this boot. Yes, people, yes, yes, yes. Making some good progress tonight. I forgot to record while I was doing all this work, but as you can see, I got the control arm removed. This is the right side, side-by-side comparison. The new one to the old one. It's gonna be a direct replacement. These two things right here, you have to go inside the trunk, and there's 17 bolts that hold them down. There's a 17 right here that holds it to the chassis, and that's where they sit. They sit right next to the strut. So it's a 17 on this side and a 17 on that side. I'm gonna show you the driver's side right quick. This is the driver's side control arms. This is the left side. And I'm excited, guys. This is definitely some good work. It took me about 45 minutes to remove both sides. So just be prepared to do this job in about 2 hours or an hour and a half. I saw some, I wasn't sure what this was that was forming around the holes. I got a wire brush, you know, and I started to clean off this side. It's easy for these things to rust, so I highly recommend, if you do live in an area where it's a lot of snow and salt and stuff like that, just take a quick wire brush and just run it across that surface so you can eliminate a lot of that surface rust. This is professional undercoat. It eliminates, it's rust proof, corrosion proof. I would just spray this over that area so that no more rust can form. As you guys see, I'm halfway done with the job already. I want to continue with the job before it gets too late, because I don't want to spend all night doing this. that, we finished up the Godspeed upper control arms, and it's pretty late, so I'll make this outro pretty fast. The whole job took me about 2 hours. Hardest part of this job was to pretty much get the control arms off, because these cars are 25 years old, and a lot of the bolts can give you a hard time if you're taking them off for the first time in, let's say, 25 years. So my control arms, I feel like they were OEM. I can show you what they look like, because my control arms, you know, they don't look like they were changed. And the bushing tells the whole story. You know, my bushing was shot, and these bushings are supposed to contain grease. The grease is supposed to absorb the impact so there's no metal on metal contact. And the grease on the inside of the boot is supposed to absorb the impact from bumps and potholes. So when I used to hit bumps, I used to hear like a really bad sound. So shout out to Godspeed for making these control arms. Any company that goes out of their way to still make parts for a 25-year-old car, I gotta shout them out, man, because they're doing God's work. Me personally, I don't plan on selling my car. My Prelude is here to stay. That's why I took the time to make these install videos for you guys, because it's a part of the journey. And I love my car. My car is not going anywhere, like I said, so this is just one more part to the puzzle to keep my car on the road. I got the car in the air still. I kind of want to make sure they're tight. So I'm going to go for a test drive to make sure this was done correctly. Thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Stay tuned for more content, because like I said, my Prelude's not going anywhere. This is one of many more videos to come of me maintaining but also upgrading my Honda Prelude. So stay tuned and keep wrenching. Peace.